I'm Mike Figs, and I hate school lunch.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
I feel like at the core of love, the core of humanity, it's good food. I think at the foundation of most cultures is food, sitting at the table, enjoying a meal with your family, learning recipes from your mom and your dad, and, the kids that get takeout all the time, not all of them are doing too well. I really realized that I was a fortunate child when I would go to school and I would compare my food to the other kids. Now, that sounds horrible, but I would sit at a school cafeteria and my mom would make me a sandwich with love. A little honey turkey, lettuce, tomato, bag of Doritos. And you would trade snacks, you would communicate, you would barter with your friends who also had good lunch. But then you would see those guys who just had to eat the school lunch, the hot lunch it was called. It was just always horrible. I felt bad for those guys. I'd give them half of my sandwich. My boys, I'd take care of them. Here, come here, have a dungaroo, have a cookie. Square pizza with milk? What? I mean, what's the worst thing to pair with pizza? Is it milk? I think it is. Square pizza. Oh, sorry. I want my pizza in a triangle. Mush. Prison food. It would remind me of prison food. I mean, here's the thing. I'm speaking from experience. There's been times where, I had to eat hot lunch and I would instantly regret it. Mushy peas and lunch ladies with moles, hairy moles. And I've been forever scarred. I think that that's the problem. Our kids should be fed well. Nutrients for the brain. Nothing wrong with a little broccoli. Maybe give them a little chicken parmesan. Why can't we serve chicken parmesan at a school for our little guys and gals that might be the next president or the next astronauts or air conditioner repairmen? First time I ever saw Sloppy Joe was at school lunch. I said, what is this? Oh, it's a Sloppy Joe. It's ground beef and ketchup. Enjoy. Why can't we give the kids water? Why can't we give them a little cranberry juice? Why does it have to be milk? Well, I don't understand. And you wonder why janitors have to clean up throw up all the time in middle school and preschools, because you're giving the kids milk and then you're telling them to play dodgeball. What do you expect? After a Sloppy Joe? Yeah, I'm gonna barf. I'm Mike Figs, and I hate school lunch, and that's my grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat?
Hey, Matt. How are you doing today?
Veronique, it's lovely to see you today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look great.
Thank you.
Are you doing something different?
I am. I got my energy cleansed.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
You're a little bit cleaner.
I am so clean.
Energy-wise, I mean.
Oh, I have been living in my mushroom bubble of energy.
Yeah, mushroom bubble of energy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an atomic explosion of too much energy. It's chaotic energy.
No, I have a net. I put a light blue net over my energy bulb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like a
no one's
mosquito
getting
net.
in there.
Yeah.
All kind
rid of
of
buzzing.
Yeah.
I hear
Anyway, we have a guest here.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if he was your energy cleanser.
Yes. I need a bell, a cymbal or something to ring over your body and charge you $100.
We have Mike Fig in the house.
Mike Fig.
Comedian
what's
Mike
going on?
Fig.
Welcome.
What's going on?
Mike, welcome. Thanks for coming into the studio.
I love it. This is awesome. You guys have been amazing. This is the best I've been treated ever in a podcast, for sure. Usually there's like people cursing at me and fighting and rock and roll. This has been very relaxing.
Oh, we can't stand it. Yeah, here we're all about energy cleansing.
This is all energy. There's no trolls, no Twitter trolls, no one on Reddit. This is just sweetness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you squeezed us in between another podcast.
But yeah, and I got a lot of podcasts. I mean, that's the future, baby. NFTs, podcasts. That's all the kids are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Vape pens,
Yeah, Grumble Goat is only available as an NFT.
Dude, that might be a great idea. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But anyways,
So what are you up to? What are you up to these days?
hanging out, enjoying the weather, trying to do a little broadcasting, a little radio.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we could squeeze you in between all these projects.
Oh, it's fun. You gotta hustle. The pandemic kind of killed me. me. You know?
Oh, it killed a lot of
Getting
us.
a little lazy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, an unintended side effect from Grumble Goat is that it became sort of a chronology of the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
because you listen back and we're like
yeah.
talking about the...
And we've had friends that listen to it backwards, and they're like, "Oh, they have no idea," and it just gets a little dark.
So if we all put on a mask for 2 weeks, this should blow over by April.
Wow, I gotta go back. I listened to like the first last year. I'm like, I need to go to that one when it was dark. Where I was like, we don't know what's gonna happen. I gotta do one where Veronique sounds like Alex Jones.
Oh, well, I did one, and that was when I gave Matt the 20-minute audio because I was paranoid.
Oh yeah, that was the
I
paranoid
did a
episode.
paranoid
On
episode.
Patreon, make sure you subscribe to that Patreon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll release the full transcript on Patreon.
Yeah, Veronique's unsheared grumbles.
Hey, but you guys, you stood home. I'm sure you bonded, had some cocktails. You probably made some good food.
Oh, yeah.
Do you talk about the food that you make for the guests, like during the interview?
We get a lot of
Sometimes.
compliments on dinner vaguely.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As a meat eater, as a kind of, little chunky chew. My mom calls me a chunky chew. As a little chunkster, and I heard you were making spaghetti, squash, and beans. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
I was a bit nervous.
I mean, that's something weird to pair together,
Yeah.
right?
She normally just makes boiled cabbage
No, I don't. I hate
and
cabbage.
unsalted radishes.
Ew, no, I hate radishes too. I
Like
hate
a
all
witch,
those.
just like-
yeah.
Bubble, toil, and trouble.
Yeah. I'm not
Corned
a-
beef. Incredible that curry beans, the curry beans that were fantastic.
Thanks.
It's amazing. I was in my house a lot too. I was cooking a lot. I have a big appreciation for food. Did you fall more in love with Veronique after eating her food?
Oh my goodness, you're putting a lot of
pressure
on this.
on you.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure. No, she's a wonderful cook. She didn't used to use salt, so that was something we had to learn together.
And we're gonna edit that part out.
Yeah, I didn't use salt for a really long time.
Okay.
And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And I made him food. And he looks at me and he says, "Is there any salt in this?" And he's like, and he's coming out at the same time as he's putting it in his mouth. And I was like, "Oh no, I don't use salt." And he was like, "Oh, can you pass the salt back?"
What was he eating? What was he
I
eating?
don't know. I made something. I made soup or something without salt.
Was he just eating an avocado?
No. It had to have
water
been
with diced vegetables in it.
I think it was like a pasta Alfredo, like a cream cheese sauce.
So you made him milk pasta.
I made a milk pasta
made
with
him
pepper
with unsalted
and garlic,
Wow.
and with like zero salt.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
obviously,
Wow.
you can't help but fall in love with that. Am I right?
That is, now let me ask you a question. As a child, this is for both of you guys, as a child, did you gather around the table with your family and eat?
Yeah.
Did you find comfort in food as a kid? Like, you know?
we would all gather around the table. We would all have dinner together, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But my mom made us cook. She'd be like, "Matt's in charge of dinner tonight," and I'd be the head chef. And I was 8 years old, so like dinner was never delicious.
Okay, but it's still
never good.
cool.
But we all sat around the table
Yeah,
together.
there's love in there. That's you get your soul from that. Like,
Yeah.
what did you eat in school? So did your mom do the same thing in the morning? Like, hey, Matt, you're in charge of making the PB&Js for the family.
No, breakfast was a Pop-Tart on the way out the door.
Okay.
Cold Pop-Tart right
Oh
out
my
of the
gosh,
sleeve.
never.
What about
We
you?
couldn't have any sugar in the morning. No sugar cereal.
This is why there's no salt either.
But so that here we go.
She
And
grew up
so
no flavor.
No
yeah,
flavor.
wasp.
just-
Wasp
just
family.
fish liver
here.
oil.
I had older parents. My dad grew up in the Depression, so
What did you guys eat for lunch at school?
Wait, hold on. What about you? How was your upbringing dinner?
yeah. What'd you
Oh,
eat?
dinner was great. My mom was Italian. She was Italian. She's not Italian anymore.
No, yeah, she
Now,
transitioned.
Yeah, she's actually German. She's Western German. No, she
She was lost to the Treaty of Versailles.
yeah, that
okay.
whole thing
Yeah.
happened. She kind of switched sides, but it's okay. We eat pretzels now with mustard.
Yeah.
Just like, my arteries are so clogged, guys.
Oh my
From all of
gosh.
the sausages that I've been
Yeah.
eating since I was a baby.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Anyways, my love language is definitely food for sure.
Yeah.
And I really noticed it was during school lunch. My mom would make me these wonderful meals for school. And it was just like, that little reminder of love. I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, that's why I think I turned out okay.
Yeah.
And then you'd have the other kids. Then I would take care of my friends. Some of my friends would have the hot lunch. Are you familiar with hot lunch, cold lunch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I would look at that and just go like, what's going on? Hot lunch was just so bad.
Yeah.
Pizza with milk? I just thought it was kind of strange.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
and like dry rubber pizza. Like
Exactly.
Pizza that's been sitting under the heat lamp.
Exactly. exactly.
Dry
And I'm
bones.
like, this is a shame. Why milk? Why can't you give the kids a water?
Yeah, I remember that sitting in the cafeteria, and there was always a milk you go and get from the crate. Thing of milk, pint of milk.
I did enjoy the chocolate milk.
Well, yeah.
I would rob the chocolate milk. I was cold lunch. So the lunch ladies knew that not to give Michael any food. He was cold lunch.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Watch out for Mike.
You watch out
He's got
for
sticky
that.
hands there.
Watch out for that sticky bandit.
Watch out for the child that's going to steal some food from school.
But what was the hot lunch in your middle school? Can you recall it?
A lot of rectangle pieces of pizza.
A lot of rectangle
A
pizza.
lot of rectangle pieces of pizza in the plastic
Industrial
tray.
pizza.
Yeah. And also, my favorite was Salisbury steak.
Oh, I love the TV dinner Salisbury steak. Now, I didn't have that at school. I had that when my parents had gotten divorced and my dad would make TV dinners.
Now it's sounding about right.
Right. Exactly. With the no salt.
Now it's starting to make sense.
That's where
There's
you
a
were making up-
correlation between the Salisbury and the therapist. I'm sorry to
You
tell
mean
you that.
energy cleanser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the energy cleanser.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dad's weeks were different than Mother's weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the Slim Fast?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My dad, he was like 6'2", big Irish, big guy.
Nice guy, okay.
Yeah, and this is how my dad would make a milkshake. He would get a quart of vanilla Breyers ice cream, and then he would get the whole milk, and then he'd get chocolate sauce and swirl it in there, and then pulled out the Slim Fast, and he took a couple and he put it in there, and then blended that up.
You know, same as the instructions on the back of the Slim Fast.
Right, and so
For losing weight.
Yeah.
Just add ham to the milkshake.
I love Ensure, like
Nutriment?
280 calories.
You know
a can.
Nutriment?
I haven't had that one.
Nutriment was like the hood in Shore. They would sell them at the delis, in cans, and it was a milkshake. It was just like an Ensure or a Slim Fast.
Hey, can I interest you in some Ensure?
Yeah.
Street Ensure.
It's called Nutriment.
Nutriment, you know?
All right, the flavors are brick, cement, and
Gravel.
pigeon. Yeah. Oh, I'll take the blueberry pigeon. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I grew up with more like bland food, like steak and potatoes. But that wasn't until my mom kind of took over. Like, well, my dad had a heart attack at the time, so it wasn't going to be Dad's week for quite some time.
A heart attack, but after that Slim Fast?
Oh, I know. That's the thing. He put butter on donuts. My dad put butter on donuts, and then I would say, Daddy, you can't put butter on donuts.
Wait,
He's
after
like,
he put an Entenmann's cake in the blender with the... Wait, that's why he had a heart attack?
yeah,
Because of the
the quadruple
coffee
bypass he
cakes
needed. Yeah.
that he threw into the blender?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take it.
Wait, Mike, stop
Yeah.
avoiding the question.
Sorry,
What is
sorry.
your favorite school lunch?
My favorite school lunch is just a nice deli sandwich, like my mom's sandwiches.
You want a hoagie? You want a hoagie?
Yeah, lettuce, tomato, a little honey turkey. Do I put chips in it? Yes, I do. You need a little crunch. Get a little Doritos. Put the Doritos in there. A little Capri Sun. 2 Capri Suns with an ice pack.
Capri
nice
Sun.
and cold.
Now,
Oh my
Capri Sun, I
gosh.
love Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Because, like, not only do you get juice out of it,
Yeah.
but you get to stab it. You
Oh.
know,
Yeah.
there's a little
Right,
role
man.
play
Let it
involved.
out.
You know?
Yeah. And you feel like a surfer, right?
Like a little bit of
Yeah.
justice.
Yes, I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I was-
strike
Now,
me.
what's the worst thing that's ever happened to
lunches.
us at the school lunch? What's the worst thing that's happened to you at the school cafeteria?
Oh my god! All right, I got one. I got hit with a ketchup packet in my face.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, and
hate
I'm
that.
not one for the smell of ketchup. I like to eat. I like ketchup on a hot dog, a little hamburger, French fries.
Ketchup on a hot dog.
You know
from
what?
Chicago.
As I've gotten older, Matt, please don't judge me. I know you're from Chicago, but I hate the smell of ketchup on my fingers, on my nose. Like I hate the smell of ketchup. So I'm there with my glasses on. I'm a freshman. I'm eating my little sandwich, little happy, little chunky chew, and somebody just cracked me with a packet of ketchup, and it just went in my glasses, in my nose, and everyone looked at me and was like, "Oh," and no one knew where it came from. And some of my friends laughed or whatever, but I was like, "Who did that?" And no one knew.
That was a little
and then
ink
you had
stain
to-
on the ego.
Yeah, it just hit me, and maybe it was just like, you need to be quiet. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
All right.
But what about your story? You got a story here.
Oh, yeah. I stabbed a guy with a Capri Sun straw.
Let it out, Matt. Let out the dark side.
Feel, let the anger flow through you.
Ooh, Capri Sun, I will. Stab, I will.
Yeah, that was a different kind of energy cleansing right there.
The Sith. So what do we think the first school lunch was? Like way back in the day.
Probably peanut butter and jelly with milk, or
If there was
the
bread.
Salisbury steak. Back in the day,
actually, I don't even think they even had lunch at school. I guess they would have to run home, like walk. If we're in like
all right,
1900s.
there, kids, come back. Got to be back in 25 minutes, man. Go get your glass milk jar and come back here. We'll see you there. Everything's fine. Nobody cares. Oh, the kids are fine. No one has to watch them. It's 1948.
No.
There's no crime here in New York, Washington Heights.
Yeah.
All right, little one.
The kids will just suck their milk right out of that yak we got in back.
Yeah,
Oh
there's a
my
yak
gosh.
there. Look at the yak. It's fertile. Just give it a good old milking. There's a fertile yak. And make sure you stop by the candy store. Sing a song and get some candy.
Give it a milky. Give
Give it a good old milky and
What?
get some momo.
The yak's blacked up? Just give it a couple yanks, boy.
Just give it a good old yank. But that's how it was. Even our parents would talk about it. They'd be like, we used to leave the door open in our day.
Right.
What? If you guys left your door open, you never.
Or
Yeah,
two.
back in my day, we used to just leave the door open.
Back in my day, the mailman had a key to my living room, my bathroom, my bedroom. Mailman had free access to my bank vault. It's like, wow.
Back in my day, the milkman used to take care of the wives' needs.
yeah.
No, they used to take them to get titillated.
Like now
They used to
there's
take
what?
to treat hysteria.
What are you
Yes.
talking about?
What?
You sound wild.
Matt, you're supposed to control this podcast.
What are you talking?
What just happened?
What kind
Why
of
you just
what
said
kind
what
of
you just
school
said?
lunches were you
just
attending?
said it, and I was like, oh well, the milkman.
This is the Handmaid's Tale?
No.
What are you talking about? You bring your wife to the doctor to have a climax?
Every once in a while, Veronique needs some energy cleansing.
Yeah. You're like, Mike, listen, it's just going to be me and you in the pod today. Veronique, I had to send it to the doctor. She's got a case of the old hysterica.
I think it was cheese. I think the first school lunch was cheese.
Yak's cheese back in my day.
My cheese was a yak cheese.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Matt Labodka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
There's a correlation between the Salisbury and the therapist.